This is the absolute best way to use AI as a business owner. Now, most people out there are trying to automate their entire system, and they create these AI agents and these outputs that end up not being that quality. Now, the real value in AI isn't having every step handled for you by a bot. The real power as a builder of any sort when it comes to AI is using it as a modeling agent. You use it as the persona or the expert that you want the opinion of when you're kind of laying out your ideas and building your plan. Now, for example, right now in the Midas AI ecosystem, we have a private members area we call the Midas Vault. Now, this was typically a vault that allows you access to all of our training products, our educational courses, our workshops, all those different pieces that we've been regularly launching. Now, my game plan in 2026 and beyond, I don't want to be selling courses anymore. I don't want to be selling educational products. We want to lean on the newsletter ad sales. We want to lean on the agency growth, and we want to lean on the tools that we're building. That's really the long-term plan with Midas AI. But digital courses and educational products and workshops, those are things I've done for a decade. I have an audience, and they're a very easy revenue builder for us early. But we can't long-term have the Midas Vault as that all-access pass to our courses. We need to think about other values that we can bring in that private community, because I want a private community to be a part of our ecosystem long-term. And I had this concept, and that's exactly what we're bringing to ChatGPT here, as I pretty much turned on the dictate feature and talked for a good 3 or 4 minutes here, pretty much breaking down my plan of what I have in mind for the Midas Vault moving forward, transitioning from a high dollar, high end, high cost membership to more of maybe a front end, low cost monthly access where we are providing the tools and the advice on how to properly use AI in your business. So it's not educational trainings every month and courses and things like that. We want to give that away for free on the YouTube and the social media channels here as we go. That's always the best way to do this. So when I came to ChatGPT here, we worked out the details of that. I had it be brutally honest with me. You don't want it to overly agree with you too much, and you want to give it as much information as possible. Throughout the hundreds of chats I've had with ChatGPT as I've been building Midas AI, it has all the details. I have several documents, as you can see the one that we're going to end up here in this chat. It's the Midas AI content ecosystem, something I've struggled with kind of planning for a long time. And that pretty much is me understanding, well, what type of content am I giving away in the newsletter and the free social media channels? What type of content am I giving away on the YouTube? What kind of content am I going to give away in the private Midas Vault, right? And that's what our chat back and forth here allowed me to really kind of work out. It first gave me the good strategic decisions, how I can kind of change this up, how I can market it, a lot of stuff I don't need, but also giving me good concepts and things to think about. And the points that kind of stick out to me, that's what we focus on. Chunk your information when you're talking to AI instead of trying to replan the entire concept, the entire shift of the Midas Vault. We look at one thing at a time and say, okay, how do we focus on that? How do we change on that? We get into how we're updating the Discord, because this is a private Discord membership. So we need to change the channels. We need to figure out how we're going to restructure the roles. We had the private Midas Vault role, and we had the free member role. Now we have multiple roles coming in because we have contributors. We have the Midas Vault launch. We have the founding members who have all access to everything. So really just going back and forth with these LLMs, using them as the model and the expert that can work out the details for you. What you end up with is, a whole bunch of chats here to create our document that you see on the end. Midas AI content ecosystem, which allowed me to lay out in detail for my team and future employees as well as myself, just a general idea of exactly what we're trying to deliver on every layer. So our public layer is inspiration, insight, and awareness. So our how to build a faceless YouTube channel using VEO3, really showing people the possibility of what can happen if you use AI. That inspiration, the awareness, the news on the newsletter, we're keeping people aware of what's going on in the AI market. Now the private layer is where I show exactly how I'm using AI in my business, exactly how we use AI in clients' businesses. So it's not so much the insight or the awareness, it's more this is what I'm actually, the execution of the entire deal. So it was able to kind of separate those things for me, just things that, as you're building and doing, you're going to struggle with knowing the details. But working with ChatGPT or any LLM, you can really work out these details. You can get the expert advice that you need that would cost you thousands of dollars previously to get. It's a master consultant when you give it the right information and you ask it the right questions. So that's what I beg you as a business owner to learn how to do, or a creator in any form. This is how AI allows you to 10x what you can do in a time frame and keep the quality, if not make it 10 times better, at a fraction of the cost, a fraction of the time. So this is how you want to learn to work with AI, and this is how you implement it into your systems too. It's not a one-button click automation right now. That's not how it works. But you can lean on AI in each individual step to allow you to have more options, more variables, better outputs, and at a 10x the rate. So guys, that is the best way that you can use AI in your business. Go ahead, start playing with it, talk to it every day, and you'll start to really figure out what works best to get the best things and how to use it properly in your business to get the best results.